Welcome back, everyone. It's Lala, and I'm here with a follow-up to the Tonya Plans planner for 2024. And I just want to catch you guys up on how this is going and some further thoughts now that I've had a couple weeks in this planner. Again, this is a B6 size bound planner, very thick. It has the whole year in one book. It has monthly, weekly, and undated daily pages and a large section of dot grid pages, and all the pages are numbered. So I'm going to just show you how things have been going here as best as I can. And I'm going to take it out of my cover. I am using my Moterm cover that is for a mini size disc planner, happy planner. And so here is the tracker. Okay, so there is a tracker for each month, and you would turn your book this direction. And I wanted to do the whole color-coded type of, tracking, because I thought it would look really cute. But as usual, I get tired of pulling out my aligners to do that over and over again. I just like having my pen, so I went back to just doing check marks. But I did set up next month, so for the month of May, I put the color codes over here on this side. That just helps me easily see which area of my life I want to focus on in regards to tracking. So my yellow is going to be more hobby-based reading, updating the Facebook group for the Japanese planners, and my gaming, and then my orange is health-related, exercise, blood pressure checks, and then the blue is going to be related to my dog. So I like having the colors over here. And then if you're wondering what I'm going to use this area down here for, I don't know. I didn't use it for this month. So yeah, there's nothing there. But yeah, I like having the trackers on here, and, just like, similar style of trackers and other types of planners. This is my April month, and I have really used it. I have put in here from appointments to some health tracking with my exercise, my calorie limits for the day. When I post YouTube videos, important event dates, events are dated on here. So I got it all here. So I'm thoroughly using the monthly. My only gripe with the monthly is it's a Sunday start. It's not a deal breaker, but I prefer Monday start. And then this was 2 weeks ago. So this is, the week of April 8th through the Sunday, the 14th. And you can see how I use this page for pre-planning. So I track the weather on here, so it helps me plan for how I want to dress that day, because Oregon weather has been really funky. The last couple of weeks it's been like really, really nice, low 70s, mid 70s, then drop back down into the high 50s or whatever. So it's just all over the place. But so anyway, so I use this for pre-planning, and I see clients through the day, and so I like to pre-plan like a week before. I'll put, whatever appointments for the week on here. And then the dailies, then it's going to be for what actually happened. Because, of course, this can change. And then any tasks that I have, notes, whatever. So then this is like one of those days. This was like Friday. And I also like to, note on here, I didn't do very well that day, but, when I take my dog out to use the bathroom, it just helps me, because she doesn't really give me a signal, and we live in a mid-rise apartment, and so I just have to say, okay, it's been 4 hours or whatever. It's time to take her out when I'm home. But yeah, I mean, during the work week, I will put work tasks on the top. That's what I decided to do now. Work plans tasks are going to be on the top over here on the side. And then all of my stuff will be for the rest of the page. And then if I run out of space here for notes, tasks, whatever, that's when I will go back and start using these numbered dot grid pages. And that's what I have here on these 2 pages. Any notes, thoughts, whatever will go on here. And then I'll cross-reference. And I have some page numbers for information that is continuous over here from a daily page. And then I will also reference the daily page with the number of the note page, which I know it probably is too little for you to see, but let's see. Just to bring you in a little more. But I do have the page numbers. And then everything, make sure I don't show my business card. And then everything is indexed in the front. Everything's indexed on the front. Only the pages that I have information I want to reference really is on here. I started to put like April monthly, but I don't need to do that. I'm not going to do that for May. I don't need to reference my weeklies unless there's really something on my weeklies for the going forward. So otherwise, it's going to be just what I absolutely want to keep easily as a reference. And then there's a opposite side of the page that I will set up for indexing. But as you can see, it's just, I mean, already for just 1 month, I've referenced a lot on here. But some of these are like some of the pre-done pages that I put on here. But I could possibly run out of space here in this index for just these 2 pages. And so what I'll probably end up doing is, if that ends up being the case, is I'll just, I got dot grid paper, and I'll just tip it in and just add it in there. And then if you're wondering why I have these circles on different dates on this calendar at a glance, and it's using green, which I used that color work related. So this just shows me easily the recognized holidays for the company I work for, the agency I work for. Yeah, so yeah, this is how I've been using the planner. It's going really well. Some things that I like, and I'm just going to go to a blank, is how much space. So the daily pages, which are not dated, so I have the space where I put my date. There is, a half an hour marker. I have to have that. I don't like it where it's just a 1 hour setup because not all my clients' scheduled appointments start at the top of the hour. So I like having a half an hour. If I had every 15-minute increment times, that would be nice. But yeah, that's not typical that you'll see in many of these bound created planners. So at least having a half an hour. But say, for example, if I do have a client that, say, at a really odd time, say at 2:20 or something like that, then what I'll do is in the box underneath the time, the top of the hour, say 2:20, so here, 2 o'clock, what I'll do is I'll go to the box underneath and I'll put the, dot and put 20. So then I know it's at 2:20, and then I write client. And I don't put my clients' names in here in case my planner gets lost or something. I just write client. And then I have mentioned it before, then I'll put in parentheses whether it's in person, an IP, phone, P, or by telehealth, then I'll put a V. And that helps me easily know as I'm looking at my schedule, okay, I don't need to walk out to the front to greet my client because it's going to be on video. I just need to go into one of the therapy rooms and get ready to call set up the telehealth session, or just really just join it and keep my eye on my client's indicator that they're trying to join. So it's plenty of space. And then over here, it's, these are wide. Now, there's pros and cons to that. The pros is you don't have to write really little over here. The con is you might run out of space here. However, again, you have plenty, so many numbered dot grid pages in the back. So it shouldn't be a really big problem unless you're a stickler about seeing everything on the same page. Well, if that's the case and you do end up writing down lots of stuff and notes and tasks, then, well, this won't work out for you. One of the other things I have done, though, is if I don't want to use one of the dot pages, is I will consider if a task can actually be scheduled. Like, okay, I'm going to be running out of space over here. Can this task be done? Would it be ideal if I go ahead and get that done and I can put it at 7 p.m., right? Because I'll be home, and that way, since it's here on the time, that keeps me, pretty much accountable and disciplined that I want to check that off. And that's the time I said I can do it. So that's another way to keep as much as you can on this same page if you end up writing down lots of stuff. But again, you got a lot of the dot grid pages. What else do I like? Everything's here. Everything's in one book. Now my billing, household bills and all that stuff, I'm still keeping that in my Sterling ink standard size 10 notebooks. And I still use my plotter. And the plotter is going to be for, my different projects, areas, and stuff like that. And I try to keep the monthly pages up to date with important events, because appointments for myself. And that way, when I don't need to take my big planner, because this is hefty, it's really big. And then, with the cover on it, that's more, that's just a lot. Like if I'm going to a doctor's appointment, all I need is this. I don't need this big planner. And if I'm concerned about, I'm trying to schedule this thing for myself, and I need to know if I have clients, well, then I'll just call back and schedule when I get back to my desk, However, usually I will schedule my appointments early in the morning as possible, especially when it's my days that I work from home. And it ends up working out where then it's not a problem that I don't have my client schedule with me when I'm scheduling my own stuff. So, yeah, so that is that. So, yeah, my hat's off to Tonya. She has a wonderful product. She also has her inserts if you have a ring planner. I hope that she brings this back. I mean, this is holding up so far, and I'm using this every day. Every day I am using this, and I made my tabs and these little sticky notes just for the pages I wanted to show you guys. And I got tabs on the top. Yeah, this has been fantastic. It really has. I would say, it's like, would I want it all in, in a big book like this again? Or, how could this be smaller and not so thick? I would think mainly it would have to be, the paper. This paper is, is a nice thick paper. I haven't had any ghosting or bleeding through of my pens. I typically use the same type of pen over and over again. I have my Sarasa 0.5 and Pilot G2s are my favorite pens to use in my planners. And I do have, and this doesn't look so nice, but these are fountain pens, and these are like disposable fountain pens, and these, I haven't had any problem with this either. Okay. Yeah, I might have to, because I might have shown some stuff that I didn't need to show, but let's just say here, chest. Yeah, there's nothing. I can't see anything from just writing a simple word. So yeah, my pens now, some people say, well, what about watercolors? Well, I don't watercolor in my planners. So, and I have not tested watercolor paint, although I do have some. I do have watercolor paint. Anyway, well, I hope this was helpful. This planner is, I'm going to continue on using this. Look at me, yay me. Into May. I've already started to prep my May monthly, and I'm committed at least for another month. I'm just going to do month by month. I'm using the Tonya Plans Planner for 2024. If you have any questions or comments, please post them down below. Let me hear from you guys, and hit the like button if you watch this video. I really, really appreciate it. And you can see all the links down below for Japanese Planner Facebook group. We have thousands and thousands of members from around the world a part of that community. And then also too, you can see what I'm currently reading, and yeah, you can see what I'm reading. I have it down below. You might like it. So I will see you guys next time, and subscribe if not already done so you can see me here again. Bye.